There's a call this evening for a commission of inquiry into the collapse of the Cash Plus case. A notable attorney made the call on RJR's news review program, That's a Wrap, this afternoon. The attorney also strongly suggested that the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, DPP, is not the only entity that should shoulder responsibility for the collapse. The dramatic collapse of the Cash Plus case still has many fuming. Now, Attorney Peter Townsend wants action to find the root cause of the problem.
There should be an inquiry into why it took the authorities 10 years to bring this matter to trial.
The DPP's office has been forced to address scathing criticisms, but now another arm of the judiciary is under the microscope.
And what of the role of the judges in this matter? When the 5th year came and they adjourned this case, did they think they were serving justice? And now we are at a stage where it took 10 years, by which time the victims have either moved on, some have died, some have migrated, some have lost faith in the system, and they are in a state of cynicism. Can we blame them?
However, it's the DPP's office that is still facing the brunt of the backlash, with many, including Mr. Townsend, asking about the case against Mr. Hill.
What laws did he breach? Was there a breach of the FSC Act? Was there a breach of the Securities Act? Was there a breach of the BOJ Act? If there was no breach of any of those acts, then this ought to be a civil matter. If there was no breach of those acts, and this case was being carried forward by the office of the DPP, merely because the public called for blood, they were just going to put the man into trial to give the people the blood that they called for, then is that a proper base on which to start a case?
There's a view that all may not be lost. Mr. Townsend has not ruled out the possibility of a civil suit being pursued and the liquidation of assets to carry out payouts. Until then, however, Judith Weatherburn believes the saga of the Ponzi scheme is a warning about expectations of the judicial process and the need to be scrupulous when one invests.
Maybe there was a role for the public defender, but there's also, I think, some responsibility on the part of the persons who are, at least this should be the lesson, who are choosing to invest money in a scheme like this. I understand the cynicism, but I believe it is expected, because, like Peter said, there was an expectation that this justice system was going to protect them.